Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabriel, coming at you straight from Queens, New York, and today we are going to talk about something that's been on my mind for a couple days now, and that is simply, as the title suggests, the differences between males and females, boys and girls, men and women. And it's interesting to see how it correlates to the current things that the current administration is doing, because as we all know, presidents, when they come into office, they tend to go crazy with their executive orders and just signing things, doing things, like they're trying to undo some of the stuff that the last guy did. They're trying to set themselves up to be able to do more in the next couple years and all that type of stuff. So, and this is just going to be a quick video because, as you can see, I'm not in my usual robe today. I got my hat on, got my sweater on, my coat's in the back, getting ready to go to work. Got my lunch here provided by my beautiful wife. And so going back, so Biden just recently passed an executive order that kind of broadens the range of acceptance in the sports realm of transgender athletes. This takes me to most people are not against it per se, but they do see it as a very real slippery slope. I know that term gets used a lot, but it's not fake. Okay, so the main thing that I just want to touch on real quick is that the differences between boys and girls is not social. All right, the things that make us different between the genders is not a social construct. It's not only a social construct. In fact, it's not even mostly a social construct. It is predominantly a construct of nature. It is natural. It is biological. It's a biology, and there's plenty of studies and type of data driven analysis that I can point at, but people that believe it's a social construct don't care about data and facts, right? They just go off of feelings, and type of just lived experiences. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my own lived experience, right? And I am a father of two, a boy and a girl, and I can 100% say that we have tried our best to raise them equally and kind of have similar expectations of them. They're only kids, so it's not like they have that many responsibilities, but we do try to impart the same values in the same way on each of them. And we as part of our job as parents is to pay attention to the kids and to cater our decision making when it comes to the children in a way that best fits the kid themselves, right? So the way, and it's manifest, the differences between the boy and the girl have manifested themselves since birth. Baby Isabella, my daughter, was a completely different experience from baby Ethan, my son. And it's not because of the society. It's not because of the parents. The parents stayed the same. The family stayed the same. The city, the neighborhood stayed the same. All the social constructs in their lives have been identical. The only difference is they themselves. And while they do have a lot of similarities, they also have a lot of differences. And these differences can only really be explained through the difference in their biology. And it manifests itself in so many different ways. From the way that you have to talk to them, to what their interests are, to how they play, to how they talk. It's all different. And it's because Ethan's a boy and Bella's a girl. That's why. Because and how do I know that? It's because of that. It's because everything else in their lives is the same, has remained the same. My wife and I don't treat them different. We don't raise them differently. Other than when it's called for, because they themselves demand a different approach. Because they are a unique individual, obviously. So this whole it goes into this whole realm where people want to act, right? They want to pretend that the differences between the genders is fake. It's nothing but a social construct, and it could be socially manipulated and changed on a whim. Whenever anybody chooses for it to be changed. That's not true. It's not true when you're raising kids, especially two kids of different genders. Your approach to them, you can try to make it the same like we are, but it's going to be different because the kids themselves demand the different treatment because they are different. And especially when it comes to those gender specific things, you cannot. Ethan would not be happy with a lot of the gender specific type of toys and pastimes and activities that Bella loves to do, and vice versa. Now there's plenty of activities that are gender neutral activities that they both rather enjoy, and that, playtime with daddy. There's no objection on either party, But it would be foolish of me to say that I approach them the same way, because I don't. I try to not treat them differently, but you have to treat them differently when it's called for. It's not so much that you have different expectations of them. It's more so that you see what they need, and those needs are manifesting in a different way. And they are inexplicably linked to the child's genders. Bella likes girl things. I don't know, maybe saying that is problematic, but Ethan likes boy things. That's just the way it is. And it wasn't a product of us. That was just how they are. That's what their biology demanded. I have to take a much more physical approach. I have to sit with Ethan. I have to do. He needs more physical contact than Bella did at the same age. Bella, I could talk to her. I put some bass in my voice. That would be enough for her. It's not the same with Ethan. I put the same. He'll still acknowledge, and he'll still kind of freeze if I talk to him with that fatherly tone with a lot of bass. But he'll still push. He'll still creep towards the limit. Versus Bella, when she was younger, she would just completely freeze, and then I will call her over, and then we will commence the cuddles, right? Ethan, no, I have to go get him, because if I leave him with just the voice, he'll still kind of creep over and push as far as he can push. That's a boy thing. That is a boy thing. There is so many other examples that I could go through, but that'll make the video way too long. I'm just here to say that the differences between males and females are not mostly social constructs. They are mostly biological. It is true that men and women are mostly the same, generally speaking, right? Like if they were to put it in numbers, men and women are probably 65% the same and 35% different. But that 35%, that is mostly genetic. And it manifests itself in social aspects when it comes to jobs, when it comes to child behavior, when it comes to schooling, when it comes to parenting, when it comes to all these other type of issues, sports. That 35% differences manifests itself in ways that changes how people have to react to the two genders. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.